Craig Mander's with us here in the studio after a very, very exciting game indeed.
Yeah.
Who says that Senior Cup matches aren't important?
Yeah, there's certainly plenty of passion around the ground, that's for sure, from both sets of fans. So it was quite an entertaining game, to say the least, wasn't it?
2-0 down, I bet you thought, here we go again after that defeat against Royston. Sort of nailed us in the coffin right at the end there against Royston.
Yeah.
Then 2-0 down to two quite breakaway goals, really.
Yeah, I mean, we just we've touched on it kind of all season, and and again we've got to deal better with counter attacks, and it's come from our corner there, their breakaway goal, and credit, they attacked with plenty of pace, but a little bit disappointing. Even at 2-0 down, we still felt we were in with a shout, and we just didn't get going in the first half, and it just wasn't quite good enough. So lads haven't really got any excuse now. They can't say, we've saved some in the tank, because we know it's there now. So it's one of those where we're frustrated, but we always felt we had a chance if we got a goal back. We could have set ourselves up for a bit of a comeback, which we did in the end, and entertaining, interesting as it was.
Indeed, I mean, to go 2-0 down, then get back to 2-2, and then to go 3-2 ahead with Reece Holmes. I did hear Mitch on the line saying at one point, go ahead and win it for us, and I bet you thought at 3-2 there with a couple of minutes to go, that was it.
Yeah, I think we were a little premature with our celebrations, shall we say, a little bit, bit early, but it was just the way the game had turned, 2-0 down up to sort of 3-2. You think you kind of come back and sealed it there, but so there was quite a lot of time added by the officials as well, and we still had about 6 or 7 minutes to play, so potentially a little bit premature, but it was an emotional goal, wasn't it, really, from our point of view?
It was an emotional game, wasn't it? I mean, a very, very feisty game indeed. Yeah. I mean, a lot of passion from both sides, the supporters also. Good job they were segregated this time.
Yes, I would say so. I mean, you just don't know. You'd hope common sense prevails, but if something happens, it's easier to say, well, it should have been segregated. So I think it was the right call to do that. And again, with the emotions of the game, you get kind of tied up in it, and you get carried away, and before you know it, you've got sets of fans going at it, as well as the staff and the players. So it's certainly a game with plenty of needle in there, for sure. But we're on the right side of the result, and who knows, that could well be the catalyst now to fire us up for the rest of the season. Obviously, our focus is to go and win the league, and we hope that now fires us up and gives us a platform to go at that final push now into the latter stages of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we got down to penalties again, and Brett Solkin got the myth of the penalties out of the way away at Royston with a well-taken penalty.
Yeah.
He scored one in the game and then one in the shootout.
Sure.
And, really, beside one that went over the bar, it was good penalties from Poppies. Yeah,
I think it's still travelling now, to be fair to Callum, man of the match, but I think it's still travelling towards Kettering Station somewhere. So if anybody's near the station, let us know if you find Callum's penalty. But no, to be fair, Callum had a super game, and he was a major part of turning the game around for us. With a slightly change of formation and him getting forward, putting him on the back foot, he was a major part of that, and he rightfully deserved.
Paul White again, great, wasn't he?
Man of the match. Yeah, I mean, Whitey. I mean, we as you know, we worked with Whitey throughout the week, and I said to him just before the penalty kicks, I said, coffee with Luke tomorrow is going to be an interesting one either way, and he was up for it.
There, then.
He was desperate. He was desperate for the toilet. He probably won't thank me for mentioning that, but he was ready and he was focused, and you could see. And I said to Mitch on the touchline as well, just as we started the penalty kicks, I said, Whitey's got a save in him for sure. We just need to stick ours away, and thankfully, we've broken that little bit of a hoodoo. That's our second penalty shootout this season. I think we beat Northampton Town on penalties. So
and Corby the previous season.
Yeah, so the record's kind of there, and when the chips are down, the lads come through for it. That's the quality of the lads we've got at the club.
Brackley in the final.
Yes, and again that makes the chat with Luke Graham in the morning a more interesting one for sure. So I'd be. It's a shame actually, because the last 6 months we've been giving him all the information about how we play and the shape and everything. So it will certainly be an interesting one for sure. But we're in the final, and that's what
it is. We are holders of the cup as well, which is good. But Tiverton Town on Saturday, they're going to be a difficult proposition. They beat Slough Town, and it's going to be a great game. Hopefully.
Yeah, a huge game, and I think we've invited a little bit of pressure on ourselves again now by not finishing off the job on Saturday. So I know it's given that little chasing group that opportunity to close the ground on us, and we really need to send out another strong message to say we ain't done yet, and kick on again now. So we really, again, like I said before, I think that's the catalyst now. We need to use that, and whatever we found at half time there to get ourselves back in the game, we've got to go and apply that now.
3 league games starting with Tiverton, then we've got Royston, and then we have Bishop Stortford. It could be the defining part of the season for us.
I think so. We're moving into the business end now, so I think we've got to set some targets. We need to make sure we come away with maximum points, and we just can't afford to slip up anymore now. We've got momentum going with some good wins like we did last weekend, and then we've slipped up a little bit against Royston. To be fair to Royston, they're a good side, and they'll come here, being well organised and be physical again. We just need to make sure we assert ourselves and not concede so many sloppy goals. That's the disappointing thing from my point of view.
It was a penalty, 2 deflections and an own goal, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's the approach that we need to have. We need to just be a bit more organised. I mean, you say about Brett taking the penalty in the game now. I mean, his name has been on the sheet to take penalties pretty much since just before Christmas. So obviously Ren's taken one from Reese and scored, and the penalty takers have changed quite a lot this season. But we've backed Brett all season long in terms of his ability to score from the spot in pressure situations. And his reaction after the penalty on Saturday says a lot. For him to get us going tonight with the penalties was perfect, really.
Okay, Craig, thank you very much. Let's go back and celebrate with the lads here.
Yeah,
I'm sure there'll be a few glasses of milk drunk in the clubhouse.
Yeah, as long as they save me a water, I'm fine. So that's
marvellous. Okay, thank you, Craig.
Cheers.
Great to see you. Cheers.